Good morning, everyone. Sorry that I couldn't be with you today. We're going to need the Digital Citizenship Study Guide out from yesterday. If you do not have a copy with you today, please ask Mrs. Marinelli for an extra copy. We're working on day 2 down towards the bottom, and then that part of the work is going to continue on the next few pages as well. So we're talking about phishing scams today. And before we start taking notes, let me just tell you a little story of something that I saw over the summer. So I log into Facebook because I'm an old lady, and I see this joke going around on Facebook. Haha, come up with your rapper name. Use Lil plus the street you grew up on or your first pet's name and your mother's maiden name, and that will be your rapper name. Haha. But what these people didn't realize is that those are common security questions. So a security question might ask you, what street did you grow up on? What's your mother's maiden name? What's the name of your first pet? And these security questions are what happens when you don't remember your password to an important account. So people were coming up with their cute little rapper names and circulating it across the internet, but what they didn't realize is they were circulating some of their most private information on the internet using social media. So that if someone saw this post from them, they would be able to hack into their accounts. And that brings us to phishing. Today we're focusing on phishing, and the first thing I'm asking you is, what is phishing? I have a lot of information here. All I need you to write on your study guide is one sentence. So phishing is essentially when someone is trying to steal your information, like your login account details, by pretending to be someone you trust or by pretending to be a company that you trust. So it might look like you're getting an email from someone that you know or a company that you use, but really it's someone faking to be that person, faking to be that company, so that they can get your login information and hack into your accounts, hack into your bank account, hack into your Amazon account, etc. So on this next page, I'm going to ask you to to take notes on everything that is highlighted in black. So please take notes on these things that are highlighted in black only here. These are the 4 indications that the email, text, or website we are viewing is fake, or in other words, is a phishing scam. The first thing to look for is the website URL. So the URL is that www.blablabla.com. We want to make sure that if it's a real website, the URL should actually match what it is I'm looking for. So if I get an email about my Amazon order and it says it needs to verify my information for my Amazon order, I need to make sure that the link it's giving me is actually taking me to Amazon. If it takes me instead to like hahagotcha.com, I know I have a scam on my hands. That is not a legitimate email. The second thing to look for is that the website URL or text includes typos. Companies like Amazon, companies like your bank accounts are going to have professionals that carefully check for typos. So if you see typos in these accounts, that is an indication that you have a scam. One common type of typo that you might see is a typo that's going to make it look like the website is the actual website that the email is referencing, but really there's a slight change. So we see an example here with Amazon.com where the O is a 0 instead. They put that 0 there to make it look like it's taking me to Amazon.com, but really it's not. Really it is a scam. The next thing is pop-ups. If you get a pop-up saying, oh, you might have a virus on your computer, put in your computer's password or put in your computer's account information, that's fake, folks. You'll never get a legitimate pop-up asking you to type in that kind of information. So we know that that would be a scam. And then the fourth thing is we want to look at the URL and make sure that we see HTTPS. That S stands for secure. So we really want to make sure that we have that S before the www.whatever.com. The other thing that we're going to see if it's a secure website is a green padlock. That is another indication that it is a secure website. If I don't have that green padlock, that means that I'm logging in from an unsecure website. So we can see that green padlock on the website that I'm on right now. That indicates that this Google Slides is a secure website. So look for the S, look for the green padlock. So we're going to do a little activity where we are trying to figure out whether some emails are real or whether they're phishing scams. For the purpose of this activity, we're going to pretend that our name is John. We're going to pretend that we're a student in Newcastle County Votech, that we use a company called Internaut for our email, so all of our emails come through Internaut, and that we are someone who enjoys going to the movies at Owl Cinemas. So we're going to do 2 examples together where everything that I write down, I need you to write down in your study guide, and then you're going to do the last 4 examples on your own. All right, so let's take a look at example 1 in your study guide. So I see from Internet accounts, I've got this correspondence that says, hey, is that really you? It looks like you're just signing into your account from a new location. And they're asking for my phone number. Let's take a look at the URL. Notice that I have HTTP. I do not have an S. That to me, when we don't have that S, that is the indication that I might have a scam. I also have internetaccounts.com genuine login. Folks, the word genuine is another word for the word real. So that's like them saying internetaccounts.com real login. If it was real, if it was actually genuine, would they need to write out that it was actually genuine, actually real? No, I don't think so. So that is another indication that it might be a scam. So when we have indications that example 1 is real, nothing. Indications that it's a scam, we have no S, and we have that word genuine. They're trying to talk me into them being genuine when they're not. So real or scam, this first one is a scam. Let's take a look at example 2 together. I take a look, I see that I have a green padlock, I have HTTPS. So these are both indications that I have a real website. And let's see what this email says. First of all, it's from Owl Cinemas, and the email is showing that it's from Owl Cinemas. It says, Dear John, a big thank you from Owl Cinemas. We are writing you that your initial 12-month membership is complete. We hope you've had an amazing year, and because you've been such a loyal member, we'll be upgrading you to our premium at no additional cost. Please check and update your details online now. So in order for John to update his details, he would have to go to the Owl Cinemas website himself. It's not giving him a sketchy link to follow to update his account information. Instead, he would actually have to go there. So this is very real. So indications that it's real, I have HTTPS, I have the green padlock, and I'm going to say that the email matches with where it's supposedly coming from. The email's about Owl Cinemas. The email address says Owl Cinemas. This is a real correspondence. So we've worked through example 1 and 2 together. Please make sure that in your study guide you have the exact same notes that I did here. What I need you to do, please, is complete example 3, determine whether that is real or a scam by circling and annotating and taking notes on the image as well as filling in the table. Please do the same for example 4, example 5, and example 6.